Greetings and peace. How are you doing? Well, I have not done a video in a little bit, so I just wanted to get back on here. I've been such a busy time the last few months for sure. So yeah, I've been a little bit up in things, as they say. I hope everyone is doing well. I just wanted to make a quick video and just say hello and hope everybody is doing well. Surely we get the things that we have coming to us in every which good way. I don't just necessarily mean in a bad way, of course. A lot of the times we make wishes and things from our childhood and from sort of haunting us from the past, or begging us to go forward with our life, and we have inclinations towards certain things and hopes and prayers, and all of a sudden many things get answered and they can come in very weird ways. So this is how it is. I've had a busy personal life lately indeed. So yeah, I have a new lady friend and she's pregnant, so there's that. So I will be a dad once again, so there's that news. And so I had my girlfriend move in here and we were planning some things. So that's on a little personal note. It's just been very, very busy for me. Work has been good. I'm still in a nice job placement in the medical industry. So it's pretty good so far. I'm really happy about it. So that's that. I was mentioning a second ago about getting things that you want. Well, yeah, people know about The Secret and the Law of Attraction. And honestly, apart from all that about even wanting things, it's more about coming into yourself and being who you truly are, your real, authentic self. And it can take a very long time to sort of assess and sort out through the mess. As you guys know, you're born in a certain state, a certain place. You have your own soul's history with you, and you're also your future, your fate, and your destiny. That's coming with you as you're choosing it, as I'm choosing it. And I find that it's a lot of childhood dreams that I had as a little boy. A lot of mysterious, interesting things are starting to come true now in a more concise ways. And I've been called to go back into the ancient, earliest spiritual traditions, such as from the land of Khmer, aka good old Egypt, and finding my root and my source in there. Apart from other memories, most of which are often vague, but when you certainly try to access yourself, and when you're ready for it, and you're asking it for it to be what it simply is, rather than what you might wish or have a preference for, all of a sudden, poof, we get hit with these interesting memories or sudden flash visions. You might see, for example, like just the other day, yesterday or the day before, I was walking around in my apartment at night here and went into the bathroom to get some water. And I was in a bit of a state of mind, and I had like my head was sort of buzzing, and I saw like a sort of a valley, and there was a little river going through, and it seemed ample enough trees and such. And I said, oh, that's Egypt in the old times before it turned into a desert. And so just but a quick vision, and I couldn't tell you exactly where or exactly when. It's just these like psychic visions come to us sometimes, and they connect pieces of the puzzle further on. So just wanted to mention that. As for the state of the world right now, well, everybody knows it's sort of a strange mess of things, but we must keep in mind, once again, these are all things that have been told to us. Nothing is of huge surprise, really. Whether it's a COVID thing or the war with Russia and Ukraine and different things like this, and things sort of surmounting to a fine point. We were all prepared for this. We were all ready for this at the inception. And when I say we, I mean those who were sort of just sort of trying to follow the world's, not the human ways, but sort of the way that it's going in accordance with the divine will ultimately, and trying to find ourselves in this mess and get a semblance thereof, and finding our way in it as we rise these ashes. But we're certainly earning this awkward world that's being sifted out bit by bit. I don't know how I'm trying to condense it into small words right now, but yeah, everything is going to be okay for those who have faith in the light and those who remember their origin, the Alpha, the Omega, and all those good things. Nothing's been taken away from us, only the seeming situation that we're in, however dire it may seem or not, depending on your contentment. Often it's true that the more that we know, sometimes a lot of sorrow can come forth, and depression and such. or just sort of being tired of the whole mess of things, as it were. So I'm sure some of you sort of coincide with me there. But yeah, ultimately, everything is going to be fine. It's going in the direction that it must needs go. And we are certainly much more potent and powerful than we could realize. And but taking it with a grain of salt and with all due humility, and with respect for things that are owed it. And having an appreciation for the fact that a lot of this chaotic mess, if it didn't exist, we wouldn't be able to get to the higher levels, the higher echelon of consciousness and states of appreciation. A lot of it comes down to that. If we think about, the higher realms of existence or states of mind, kind of the same thing, well, you would find yourself maybe having it too easy or too perfect, and then, ensuing boredom, and then being a fallen angel again or something. Woo! Looking for something to do. We can be addicted to our own little inner dialogue and stuff, monologue, dialectics. But what I'm trying to say is everything is okay, and we're getting there. Worst that's going to happen is what? To see the elements and the materials of this world change and alter. Death, once again, of course, is just an illusion, but it's very frightening when you're caught up in the midst of it and when things are unexpected. Certainly it's not always that easy to go through the flux and the changes in the body, out of the body, in the body, out of the body, and finding our way along this way. But anyways, I just want to come back and say hi. I didn't really have a particular topic at the moment, other than just to say I want to come back for my own peace of mind, and yeah, I didn't want to just leave my last video necessarily hanging just like that. But yeah, all is well. I've had some, as many of you are going through as well, I'm sure. And I've, on a personal way, I've had some interesting struggles within, and I've found a greater peace once I just realized just to be more, as much as possible, be honest with the self, and give your clear mind up to the higher power, because we certainly are not it. But when we co-align with it, or sort of get on board with the higher calling, then we realize we're as safe as can be. And yeah, I'm sure many people could use a break from this type of world by now, but some people are just certainly not ready, and some are very much direly attached, and certainly need some more struggles and tribulations and drama in order to finally appreciate why you should not seek it or be addicted to it, and all these things. And we're still guilty. I'm still guilty of my own silliness, more often than I'd like to admit, but I'm sure we're human too. So I just want to send a sincere peace. May the key of life, doesn't matter what symbol you like to use, but yeah, may the key of life, may the breath of life be with you, and always find yourself having a good, sincere moment in your inner time, especially when you're alone, to have that healthy dialogue within, if you want to call it that way, and be in a state of ease and less friction as much as possible. And yeah, sometimes we get things thrown at us like a curveball, and I do want to testify and say that God is good, and a lot of times when the heavens wish or will something to be, they'll move things really quickly for you. And I can certainly testify that I had a lot of interesting things lately happen to me, and sometimes impossibly fast, and couldn't even barely fathom it. So God can do all things, and can laugh at our own little vanities and philosophies and would-be authoritative discourses on such and such, and our sciences, and all these things that we know and think we know, but we don't really know much, and often forget the multi-dimensional reality we're in. But yeah, lest we be overwhelmed, keep it simple sometimes. Anyway, yeah, God can move mountains, so let's be lucky with the things we have. Let's not shortchange ourselves, really. And if you're suffering right now, feeling sad and a bit lost, well, just make sure you're not choosing to endure more suffering than you need to. And if you're feeling some turmoil, try your best to do something about it. Even little changes can lead to very big changes, and that I can certainly testify as well. Once again, having seen it recently firsthand, the tiniest little things can turn into massive changes, and hopefully for the better. Yeah. So wishing you well, enjoy your moment, and catch you guys on the flip side. Back soon. Take it easy.